Chinese firecracker.
Phongsali town. We're looking for the fort. We saw a sign just outside of the town. Stopped to have a look on the map and.
There you have it, folks. The 400-year-old tea garden. So Sophie and I are gonna take a little walk up to the tea garden. There's no like information or ticket office or anything here. There's just kind of like that sign and this little Chinese drying factory. And then these steps. But they're made out of concrete. Usually it would just be a walking path, but since they're concrete, I assume they're for tourists to just walk on. So we're gonna walk through the tea plantation, check it out. Little tea leaves. Those are your little tea leaves you drink if you drink tea. There's some more. I will say, it doesn't look as well groomed and organized as the tea plantations we saw in Sri Lanka, but it is tea nonetheless. They look more like trees than bushes here, but we'll see. We're gonna take a little walk through, and afterwards we'll drive to the village just over this hill and see if they have any little shops selling some of the tea so we can try it out, have a little taste and warm up. All right. So we're here at the top of the path now. It led to this little sala, I guess. I think it's supposed to be like a viewpoint thing. You can look out. Not bad, but it's hilarious. Like, look at all this garbage. It's insane. Obviously people are just coming up here and having picnics. There's even like over here, there's a little fire pit. The trail goes on, we'll continue walking on and see where that goes. But it's interesting, like looking at it, Sophie and I have this theory that maybe, one, I'm not sure how they know that it's 400 years old. Two, we have this theory that maybe it was a tea plantation, but then probably abandoned at some point, and then founded again. Because I've never heard or seen, maybe I'm wrong, I'm not a tea expert by any means, but from what I know, the most valuable part of a tea plant is on the top, on the tips. So if the tree, if you're having a tree, literally a tree, this is like 3 meters, a tree instead of a bush, you can't reach or access the most valuable part of the most precious or expensive tea, which is like, I think they call it the tips, silver tips and gold tips. So yeah, that's why I think at some point it's just been kind of abandoned, and now they've, I don't even know if people are collecting all this. But then again, also, we don't know. Maybe it's part of, maybe it's like grapevines. You trim it really hard back, and then before harvest or in winter, and then it all grows back, and then that new growth is what you're actually collecting. Not sure. Maybe someone else can verify this, but that's our theory behind it, that it was abandoned and now it's been grown into actual tea trees and not tea bushes. So still interesting nonetheless. I wonder if they actually harvest it. We did see some tea. We'll go down into the village, and like I said, and see if we can find some tea being processed, or some tea that we can try and drink. We'll see. Sophie's asking Google all our questions now.
Yeah. Curious.
Curious. Anyway. So this is a tea tree, right? Technically, a tea tree. There's a huge one over there, giant. That one's at least 10 meters. 30 feet. So, this may be a stupid question, but where does tea tree oil come from? From a tea tree? So we drove through the whole village, but we couldn't find any tea to buy, to drink, or to take home. So now we're heading back to Phongsali town, and then we'll go check out the market. Roller drilling system for the tea. We're higher under here and here. I don't know. Here, I'm sure it's for the tea. So we went to the market, but pretty much 90% of it was closed because we didn't realize it's Sunday. So we'll go again tomorrow morning, but we did find some stuff. We bought some local tea that we couldn't buy in the village where the tea is actually planted, and we bought some of the special Phongsali green lau lau. So take that back home, well, back to Luang Prabang, and enjoy it with the boys at football. Look at that. Now we're walking on the little stone streets here, which is the old town Phongsali, which is the old Chinese quarter. So we're gonna explore this a little bit and check out what we can find.